Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. It's in my bag in the room though.
All right, yeah. Fuck with when we get back. Mark it up shit.
All right, bet.
Get you good shit in class too.
All right, good looking, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't embarrass me like that again, though, bro.
I do it for the love of the game, man. You know we like this, brother.
You right. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I seen Wendy get hugged on by a light-skinned nigga, though. Just letting you know, because I know, you know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, I don't want you to call me L Mans and shit, but yeah. And Eve was with a too, though. Eve. Yeah, both of y'all was with
Our balls.
both of y'all balls was getting took. They was playing offense, like really shoot. They was really shooting around with y'all rock, you feel me? I know y'all got your name on the rock, so I know that was y'all ball, you feel me? So, but y'all, yeah, they shooting around with y'all shit in the gym right now, though. I think a nigga might dunk y'all. They was walking around campus somewhere, like over here on this side when you take a right. Lunch? 1? Yeah.
What time is it right now?
Yeah, it's 12:10, so probably after this class. Yeah.
I'll see you at lunch. Bring that weed up.
I got you, nigga. Chat, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I do this shit for the love of the sport, man. You feel me? We might lag real quick, cause you know DDG class was dog. Where was we sitting at? Sorry, yo. My DGGs. Wow. I ain't gonna lie.
Is your girlfriend coming too, or she not gonna make it?
Hey, don't you got chlamydia?
Hey, when we going on that 2-man, bro?
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here. If you want to go on 2-man anytime, but you just let me know, bro.
Say less, bro. Now you gonna boost my elo, bro.
Your elo?
Yeah, my elo.
What is that?
Like my ranking, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We gotta donate some aura. You know what I'm saying? Gotta donate some aura.
I never heard of that, bro.
Yeah, bro. I got you, bro.
Hey, I got enough aura though.
Nah, yeah. I feel the aura, man.
Yeah. You know how like a girl would be like, yo, let me see your friend.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, you know what I mean?
And then when they see you, they just like.
No.
No, I'm asking what they be saying.
Oh, like when they see me?
Yeah.
I'm valid.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm valid.
Yeah, okay.
Bro, I'm not chopped. Hey,
look, my nigga, I couldn't tell you if you was chopped or not, my nigga. Okay. I'm a guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't judge another man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, I feel you, man.
Yeah. You want to know how I found out I wasn't chopped? I was walking down the street one day.
Yeah.
And I heard, hey! And then it was literally like a car of girls just being like, you're cute, you look good.
Come on, I'm on.
You know what I mean?
Come on,
but
come
like,
on.
that's anybody.
Come on, stop lying, bro. Stop lying, bro. A car of girls, bro.
Yes.
1 through 10, what was they?
Okay, I wasn't saying there was the baddest bitch.
So, no, I'm saying, so what, 1 through 10, what was they?
Probably like some 6s, some 7s.
Man, we out. 6s? And you saying, if Chop Girls is saying, hey, what you think that mean? You know similarities attract, right?
That is true.
That's what I'm saying,
I'm
though.
trying to say I'm a 6.
I'm not saying it, nigga. I'm just going off what you just told me.
I'm a 6, and then I get my money up.
Yeah.
That makes me a 10.
No. It makes you a 6 with money. Like, money doesn't, like... Money...
I know money can't unlame you.
Yes, but...
But if you got money, that's a booster right there.
No, because you're still lame in the girl's eyes. You just can provide more than the next nigga. You feel me? I'm really dropping gems right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really caught me in one of my moments.
That's an edit right there.
You feel me? Like, real shit. Like,
yeah.
You know? I think I should end it off right there. I shouldn't give any more game. I feel like that was right there. Chat. Snap. You gotta snap to that. You gotta snap
bro,
to
you're
that.
bugging, bro.
You gotta snap to that. You gotta snap to that.
No, don't snap to that.
We got you. That was real.
It was some real, but that was a bad example.
Wait, hold on, nigga. Why ain't you in class?
I'm going right now. I just ran into you. Why
Man,
are you
I gotta go to class, nigga. I got India Love right now. I got India Love, nigga.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man. You know who India Love is? You know who that is? Would you hit that little shit? That hit that little shit, my nigga. Hey, chat. Hey, my nigga try to hit that little shit. I told you, chap. I seen it in his face, dog.
We can have every piece of content on our platform in a way that will not scan.
You should do what?
Read it when you get to your seat.
Have a view and create everything for 12 years. Imagine what Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat could do with their billions if they chose to.
Hey, making sure everybody's safe. Yeah, for sure.
for the better. So we've taught countless young people that porn is not sex in the real world. We have saved numerous marriages and relationships. That is literally how people write down and save my marriage. Parents are buying their teenage children subscriptions. They tell us, I want my kids to see what happy, healthy, loving sexual interests look like. And I was blown away when we began hearing from survivors of rape, sexual assault, sexual abuse.
You're going to get hit by a car.
Female survivors, male survivors, non-binary trans survivors. They tell us make love not porn, help them reclaim their bodies. We help them feel sexual again, post-trauma, in a situation where porn is way too triggering. So
Is that a threat?
Our mission is to help end rape culture globally.
Yes. You the go, Cindy. You the go.
And that sounds like a very big mission, but we have 12 years of proof of concept at a micro level. We help end rape culture by doing something very simple no one else is doing. We show you how wonderful great consensual communicative sex is in the real world.
Yes.
Our social sex videos role model good sexual values and behavior. And here's a key point. We make all of that aspirational versus what you see in porn and popular culture. One man left a comment saying, this video makes one to be a better man in the bedroom and in life.
Yes.
We can do that.
Yes.
And so, class, remember I said to you, for me, everything in life starts with knowing your values.
Yes.
So I regularly ask people this question. What are your sexual values? And no one can ever answer me because we're not taught to think like that. Our parents bring us up to have good manners, a work ethic, sense of responsibility and accountability. Nobody ever brings us up to behave well in bed. But they should, because in bed, values like empathy, sensitivity, generosity, kindness, honesty, trust, respect are as important as those values are in every other area of our lives where we're actively taught to exercise them.
Yes.
And so this is a young man who wrote to us and said, your website makes me want to have sex in a more grown-up, honest and respectful way. And let me just finish the point.
Okay, I got a question.
And
Write it down.
this is important to everyone because I designed Make Love Not Porn to be fully diverse and inclusive.
Look at my socks, dirty.
But we've discovered that we are especially a revelation.
Bitch, I'm wearing sandals, nigga.
More men send us grateful emails even sometimes anyone else because we are something unique that men will find no one else on the internet, which is a safe space where men can be and watch other men being open, emotional, and vulnerable around sex.
In
You wouldn't believe the number of men who say to us, I just watched my first video Make Love Not Porn, and afterwards I cried.
I like that right there. Let's circle that.
Society understood the opposite of what it thinks is true. Women enjoy sex just as much as men. And men are just as romantic as women. Yet neither gender
Women
openly celebrate
love
we know better off they were.
more than guys. Is that true?
A few years ago, I don't think
Women love sex.
you see.
You think so? You don't think like?
For some porn recommendations.
Wait,
A pretty weird kink I have. Hope you all can help me. It's a fetish where someone loves and appreciates you for who you are and is loyal and decent. Here a brother asked me a hot things, please. And a man replied and said, there's a website called Make Love Not Porn.
Okay, make it.
Where you can see
Hold on, what that's called?
making love. It's very
Make love
hot.
not porn. You like that,
I
dude?
found a video there where the woman actually said, while making love to the man.
Oh, I get it.
They're set up and say this bookmark. Could we bookmark this?
We transform sexual
Is it a
behavior
.com to that?
the power of love,
Like-
intimacy, and human connection. Now, I fought a battle with my tiny team every day to keep Make Love Not Porn going. Every
got it.
piece of infrastructure
I just
other
bookmarked it.
textiles can use, we can't. The small print always says no adult content.
Okay.
I can't get funded, I can't get banked, I can't put payments in place, I can't advertise.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you this because I
think it's
want
right here.
all of you to take away from that.
Go ahead. Oh, this way, this way, this way. I didn't see it was this short. This way. Okay.
When we have a truly world-changing venture, you need to change the world to fit.
Hold on, Chair. I'm learning
not
shit right
the other
now.
way around.
I'm trying to change the
I'm
world.
building solutions to my own problems. When you come up against challenges to what you want to do
Yeah.
with your brand or business, change the world to fit you,
Yeah.
not the other
So
way
kind
around.
of show me and then show them.
And the last part of this I'm going to share with you is one of the ways I'm doing that. Because parents and teachers began reaching out to me from day one at MakeLove.org,
Yeah.
begging me to start the 0 to 18 and beyond sex education extension of what we do. And so I came up with the idea of MakeLove.porn.academy. So we're building MakeLove.porn Academy on the same principles as MakeLove.porn, user-generated, crowdsourced, curated revenue share.
Okay.
Because I'm not about reinventing the wheel. This is an aggregation thing. We are building the go-to global hub for the best of the world's sex education content, which is currently being blocked, censored, and deplatformed. So our mission is to organize the world's sex education and use it successful and useful.
Okay, yeah.
That's a lyric paraphrase of
Can I ask a question, Chad? So you really think you engaged?
Organize the world's information to make it accessible and useful, because today they're not. Today the algorithm is biased, it's censoring. Parents and teachers tell me they can't find the education they need when they look for it. And so we are building the Google of sex ed to make it easily searchable by age appropriateness, by cultural sensibility. We have Christian sex ed,
this for real?
Jewish sex ed, Muslim sex ed, and importantly,
Muslim
personal
sex?
comfort level. You decide what's right for your family, your school, your classroom. And I share this with you because, in 60 years of MakeLove.porn, I've built up an amazing network of sex educators.
No, we gotta chill,
who face all the same problems I do. Their content gets blocked on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Their accounts get suspended. They can't even make a living doing this. And I want to change
Wait, she really made a porn website?
We have a large number of, especially black and of color educators, who
Yes.
help monetize their very important work.
Yes.
Can you teach these young kids the difference between love and lust?
So I'm going to come on to that. That's a great question.
Yes.
So I'm going to come on to that point, okay, in a moment. Because we're doing three very unique things. The first is we are building the only go-to hub for all of this, bring it all together. Secondly, we are making sure the Academy has the most cutting-edge education, because the pace of education is not kept up with the pace of technology. We have education on sextortion, intimate image abuse, relationships with AI chatbots that are not helping. And,
I'm gonna text him.
Let it shoot her.
and the third one, which I'm just going to answer this gentleman's question, is
Free money.
to your point. We live in a
my
world
nigga Reggie,
now
check.
where children are growing up. When children are growing up as much in screens as in real life. Children
I'm more like a visual learner, child. I'm really trying to see this shit. You feel me? Like, make love, not porn. Like, I want to see an example. Like, hopefully we get to do it.
And what is being missed in all of
Hopefully.
this
I'm really like a
is
visual
the
learner for it.
wonderfulness, the messiness, the gorgeousness, the connection of first love.
Yeah.
So we frame everything through love. MakeLove.porn is love in action. The Academy is education through love. And so I hope you heard that, because that was the answer to your question. We are framing everything through love.
Yeah. Bro, you're not even listening, bro.
It's okay.
Come on, bro.
I've said
Come on, bro.
Teach your kids about sex. Teach your kids about love as early as possible.
Yes.
Because we take love for granted. It's such a foundational construct.
Yeah.
We leave it to popular culture to define. And actually, people need to talk honestly about what love really is. I love the conversation in India Love's class just before mine. But we need to teach children from the get-go about the wonderfulness of love. How it's great to fall in love IRL. There's no friction with chatbots. There is friction in first love, but it's wonderful. And then, when you're ready, love manifests as sex. But that's the way around.
Is it still love if she let me hit the first night?
It's entirely contextual.
Okay.
And the key thing about that is never use the words let.
Yes.
Okay, because that's the wrong way to think.
Is love at first sight a real thing?
Hold on, I'm trying to know if it's love if I hit on the first night. I'm trying to really, I got real problems. I'm trying to.
It's love, it's love.
No, but I'm trying to hear it from.
Lie to the girls, say it's love, it's not.
No, I'm all love. Lil Durk, like free Lil Durk though.
Let me answer
Like it's all love.
But the key thing is,
Yeah.
do not say let me hit it the first night.
Yeah.
Because
So don't say let me hit.
no, there's no let it.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're having a wonderful time, both of you want to be there.
Yeah.
Having a wonderful time.
Yes.
And you should make sure
Yes.
that both of you, there should be no letting.
Mm.
That is not a good sign. Makes sense?
So how should I ask her to hit on the first night?
You do a lot of first night.
She.
Respect Professor Gallup.
Thank you. So, to your question, now, I'll be honest, okay? I am that very rare person who does not want to be in love.
Wait, so wait.
And just so you know,
Wait, how's she teaching me?
I am someone who has never wanted married.
Yeah.
I've never wanted children.
Okay.
Very glad I always knew that I was supposed to find out the hard way by having them.
Yeah.
I am not a relationship person. I adore being single. I cannot wait to die alone. And I date younger men, casual recreation.
And how young?
Let me finish the point.
Okay.
I'm deliberately public about all of that because we don't have enough role models in our society.
Yes.
For women and for men that demonstrate you can live your life very differently
Yes.
to the way that you're supposed to and still be amazingly happy. And I'm one of the happiest people I know. So to answer your first question, love at first sight does happen for some people, but for many more people it is actually lust at first sight, and that does not last. And so I just really recommend, one of the things I say to people is, just as I said to you earlier, look inside yourself and find out what your values are. Also, look inside yourself and ask yourself very honestly, what would really make me happy? Because it may not be what your parents would like you to do, what all your friends around you are doing right now, what popular culture tells you you should. There are many people out there living lives they don't really want to live because they went along those grooved, tracks of my parents want me to get married and give them grandchildren. All my friends are getting engaged at the same time. Look inside yourself and go, what would really make me happy?
I don't know.
And then do that. And by the way, this is totally now Q&A time. So, I'll just have two more points to make before I open up to Q&A. Okay. Because this is not.
Said girls got game. She like I'm young.
Already asked me, Cindy, how do you keep going with Make Love Not Porn in the face of all the obstacles that you encounter? The thing that most motivates me is a dynamic that I call, I'm gonna well show you. You tell me it can't be done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking well show you.
I'm gonna well show you. You ain't gonna let me hit. I'm gonna.
And so be inspired. When you come across barriers, I'm gonna fucking well show you. And my final point is, this is my favorite quote of all time from a computer engineer of years ago called Alan Kay, who said, in order to predict the future, you have to invent.
Yeah, I got you.
Too many people think the future happens without us.
Yeah.
Explain. I believe in making the future that you want to happen. Okay? And every one of you in this room has that power. Don't just go, this is the way it is. Go, how do I want it to be? And make that future happen. That was the last point I wanted to communicate, and now I'm open to any questions.
Bravo! Wonderful!
I got a question also. How young do you like them?
It's not about how young, it's just, let me explain why I date younger men.
Yeah. No, please do, please. I'm gonna take notes.
Everything in my life, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Everything in my life is
Accident.
I've never planned anything.
Okay.
Dating younger men happened by accident. What I mean by that is, I used to run an advertising agency in New York.
Okay.
And 20 New York? In New York, yeah.
In New York?
And
Oh, like New York,
23
New York.
years ago,
Okay.
we were asked to pitch for an online dating brand.
Yeah.
And in the advertising industry, when you pitch the client's business, you have to experience the client's product and the entire competitive landscape. So we all had to online date. And this was 23 years ago. And none of us on the agency pitch team ever had, because it wasn't a thing back then. So the rest of my team on the pitch were all married, living with, dating. They went online and faked personas, created false profiles.
Yeah.
I thought, I have to do some business reasons. Why not do it for real? Let's find out what this whole online dating thing is all about.
I like that.
So I posted my profile on a bunch of sites. I was very honest about everything, including my age.
Okay.
I got a ton of responses, very good for the ego, by the way.
Okay, good. Go ahead then.
Because I have not thought about this as a dating strategy. 75% of those responses were from younger men, and the majority were from much younger men. And I suddenly realized that, I was absolutely what these guys were looking for, because I was a attractive older woman, high-flying career, did not want to settle down, didn't want kids. I just wanted to have some fun, which at the time, I'd started an advertising advertising agency in the world's toughest marketplace, Madison Avenue. I was working 24/7. I was having no fun. So I thought, wow,
She don't get no dick.
this
Okay.
works for me. I've been dating young men very happily ever since.
Yes.
But here's the key point. No matter how casual a relationship, I have one fundamental criteria. They have to be a very nice person.
Okay.
I have fantastic dates on very nice people. I really love young
Very
men.
nice,
Atmosphere of
young
trust, respect, affection,
man.
Ironically, my so-called casual relationships last a lot longer than most people's so-called committed ones. I date younger men off and on in periods of 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 years. Then we go on to date women their own age, get married. We like each other. We
Yeah.
stay friends.
Uh-huh.
Meet platonically for coffee or drinks.
Yeah.
And sometimes relationships end and they come back.
Yeah.
We just have a very nice relationship that is not society's conventional one. Design the one that works for you. The gentleman in the bright, sorry, sir, you had a question. You had a question.
Oh yeah, no.
She low-key a shark, chat.
No, I was asking her a question. That's why I got on my phone.
Yeah.
A shark.
So basically, you were saying like, basically your experience of life and love is pleasure. Not just sexual.
But do you know? So when I say, I can't wait to dial in.
Cool glass.
So I won't dial in because I have an amazing family that I'm very close to.
Right.
I have brilliant friends who are very close to. I'm surrounded by love every day. I just don't want to be in love romantically. And I will never die alone because I will have people who love me around me who are friends and family. So that's where I come from.
All right. Can you give a reason for wanting to never be in love?
Do you know, a bit like India in a class where she talked about her experience of love and dating, I've absolutely thought I was in love. And years later I've gone, what was I thinking, as I think we all have. And so I've realised that I'm someone who's much happier on my own. And there are people like me. There are many more people in this world than you would think. It's just it's still not as socially acceptable to say that. But no, I am happiest on my own. Yes, sir.
Miss, a lot of people on my chat, they want to know what's your body count.
Do you know? I'm sure it's quite. I lost count many years ago.
Damn!
Wow! You a city girl!
Wow, I'm 65 years old. Come on, I'm the oldest person to do university. I'm way older than all of us.
I can give you a hug. I can give you a hug right there. Wow. I can give you a hug.
I'm going to ask some questions.
Okay.
The question over here.
Nah.
Wow.
You know what your Twitch stream came?
I like her dad.
You gotta do it on computer?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so I've been asked that question several times, and not
Chat.
professional.
Nah. She said she lost count. She ain't fucking around.
Yeah, this question isn't for me, but it's for Twitch chat.
Yeah.
So if you're sexless, is this the website for you?
Oh yes, yeah,
It will help you?
it absolutely will do. Because honestly, people tell us that, for example, we hear from cancer survivors who tell us,
Hey, respect, Jack.
I thought
She a shark,
my
Jack.
love life was over, and I discovered your site and all these wonderful people, and they're making me feel so happy. So absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
Good. Yeah.
That she did come for promo, Jack.
I don't think
Nigga, 10 questions.
We have time, but you can't ask me 10 questions because other people have questions.
Professor, so based off how much bodies somebody got, does that make you like a whore? Like does that?
No, that's completely irrelevant.
So if you got 200 bodies, you're not considered a whore.
No, absolutely not.
Because my friend right here.
Me, I'm right
He
here.
got like 500 bodies, and
What?
you be saying he's like a whore. Just answer my question.
Guys, the key thing about that question is that it's appalling double standards because it's imposed on women much more than it is on men. If everybody, male and female, was called a whore for body count, then fine. Actually, it's women who get that, and that's why I said earlier. I want to flip the lens on this. Women enjoy sex just as much as men. Men are just as romantic as women.
He just be playing. He be lying. Shit be playing. He's so funny. He's so
How
funny.
people really feel in the real world. and it's not what popular culture tells you should be. Yeah.
I honestly think, like, why does the body count matter if we were all put here to reproduce?
No, and we're all here to enjoy.
Sounds like you don't have no self-discipline.
Body count is irrelevant.
The hell?
How much different people sleep with in one
For the aspect of women.
That's your choice.
They said they got people
Hang on.
Yeah, Miss. So one of my
Why does it matter?
Guys, shush, one question at a time.
sorry, one of my viewers, they said they absolutely love you, right? He said he can't stop gooning, which is masturbating. He needs help.
Yeah.
How can he get help?
Yeah, how can we get help?
You said we.
I'm not saying no him.
Oh.
Yeah, how can he get help?
Just tell you, by the way, guys, in 16 years of Make Love Not Porn, people write to me for advice all the time because they don't know where else to turn, you know. And instead, I have a Substack. It's called Dear Cindy, and you can write in questions and I will answer them. But I answer this question. I spoke a couple of months ago to the Greenwich Connecticut chapter of a wonderful organisation called the National League of Young Men. This is a non-profit that operates across the US, and it's for high school boys and their mothers, and it's about bringing those boys up to be terrific leaders of their community. So I was very impressed. The mothers invited me to talk to 50 14 to 18-year-old boys about Make Love Not Porn. They wanted their sons to learn. And basically, it was held in the house of one of them. And the mothers left the room. They said to the boys, we're shutting the door. You know, you can ask Cindy whatever you want. We hear nothing. We know nothing. We've got nothing. You know, and also, So I was asked this question, same question. You know, when is too much masturbation?
There's too much masturbating.
And honestly, masturbation is a hugely enjoyable activity. There is an English playwright, Christopher Hampton.
I'm sorry, Professor Gallup. I feel like it's not spoken.
There's an English playwright, Christopher Hampton. He wrote a play called The Philanthropist many years ago, where he said, masturbation is the thinking man's television. And woman's, obviously, as well. So masturbation is hugely enjoyable. And my answer was, it's only something concerned about if it is actively getting in the way of other things that should be happening, like your studies, seeing your friends. But honestly, if you're enjoying it, feel free to masturbate as much as you want.
So he just said he's doing it right now.
Yep.
What the?
Oh my
All right.
God. Okay. Yes, another question.
Wait, what?
And type in.
Why he's watching?
Guys, shush, let's take this question now, please.
My nigga just said it. Nigga just.
What's the average?
What's the average size you take?
Size is irrelevant. Oh my God. You know,
Excuse me?
This is another aspect of it.
Could you actually question it, please?
Size.
The average size you take.
The average size she takes?
That's wild.
Guys, obviously, by the way, that is an inappropriate and disrespectful comment. And
Yes.
you know, but size does not matter. And let me especially make that point to the men in the room. Again, at Make Love Not Porn, we celebrate what people really find hot and attractive and sexy in the real world. And it's every type of body. Because, again, I have to say this all the time. My business celebrates it. But, you know, the evidence of what is really hot and desirable is all around you in the real world. Popular culture tells us you're not hot, attractive or desirable, unless you look like this, six-pack abs, skinny as hell, whatever. But in the real world, what makes you hot is you. Because what someone is attracted to is your unique personality, your unique character, your unique spirit. And when they're attracted to that, your body is hot as hell just by virtue of being yours. Okay? And honestly, some years ago, the UK series of Love Island announced their newest cast. And there was an internet storm for lack of diversity and lack of body diversity. And the producer of Love Island went on a show, made the mistake of saying, well, we have to cast what people find attractive. The internet came down his head, including me. The newspapers published a tweet I sent him. And I said, walk through any park in any big city in the summertime, look around you at the couples sitting on the grass, holding hands, cuddling, kissing. You will see what people really find hot and attractive in the real world. The evidence is all around you every day. Look on the street. Look around you. You know, we are all hot as hell because we're us. That's what the world finds attractive. That's what we celebrate at Make Love Not Porn.
That's it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm fucking with this class. She's basically saying size don't matter. I love her.
If any more questions, happy to answer. And by the way, guys, you can also ask me about business and brands and marketing too.
Yeah.
As well as maybe not more.
Yeah. Shit, I feel
I
like.
have a question. You said something about payment up front.
Yeah.
So if a brand says 60 days, how do you tackle that?
Right. So basically, I negotiate, okay?
Yeah.
And I say, and by the way, this is why I say, project your value. People value the values you put in yourself. Don't waste your time banging your head against closed doors. Engineers are in a position where doors open automatically as you approach. And so when you make yourself desirable to a brand by saying, we share the same values, I can make you this much money, you're in a position to negotiate. You can go, here's the highest amount I want without actually bursting out laughing. And then you go, understand those are your terms. My terms are, I require 50% up front and then 50% at the end of the project. And honestly, if anybody argues with that, walk away. Because they won't lose forever.
Yeah, niggas are fucking stupid, bro.
I'd love to get some questions from the ladies, by the way, if anybody's...
Yeah, ladies, answer some questions, man.
Yes? Oh, yeah, well, I thought I was in love, and I looked at it, and I go, it was infatuation, it was temporary passion, it was, this guy ticked all these boxes, I look back and I go, I don't think any of that was really love. And that's part of why I reached the point where I went, actually, I don't want to be in love, because I'm really happy just as I am.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so you said younger men, but do you think if you were a man, would that be considered weird?
Unfortunately not.
No.
So again, I'm coming
Not at all, baby.
because in our society, older man, younger woman, absolutely fine.
What?
Older woman, younger man, less socially acceptable. And so I'm deliberately open about this because I would like to see that change. I know a number of women who really like dating older men. That's fantastic. Nobody thinks anything of it. You look at someone like Rupert Murdoch, who's been married
31.
like 40 years younger than
23. Yeah, I'm 23, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty young, you know what I'm saying?
But y'all get your shit together.
Yeah, my shit together.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the context. Okay? What I'm not okay with are predatory older men. Hitting on younger women in creepy ways. But if you choose the fully consensual relationship, to be with an older man, that's absolutely fine.
Damn, this bitch not open.
Wow.
Yeah. No such thing. Okay? And by the way, the question was, what is too old to be a virgin? No such thing.
Yeah.
Again, I'm trying to refute a ton of myths in popular culture. One of which is that it's somehow shameful to be a virgin. It's not.
Yeah.
You can absolutely choose to be a virgin. You may not be happy being a virgin, but popular culture makes it even worse if you think, there's such a shame.
I'm trying to open this shit.
Honestly, have sex when the time is right for you. And I can tell you openly I've talked to plenty of people, male and female, who thought, gotta have sex for the first time, and actually wish they waited for better circumstances, more of a connection with their partner, etc. So yeah.
I have a question. Do you feel like you have a roster, or do you feel like you're the type of person to focus on one person at a time and then move on to the next person, or do you have a roster of people that you can,
like do you keep them in rotation?
No, I mean, because I'm casually dating. I will date several people at one time. But again, that's
you been your shit for real.
for example, I travel a lot. There are people in other countries.
Damn, that's how you coming?
So it's
Different area codes for real.
different area codes?
Again, I encourage people not to think about this the way popular culture tells you to think about it.
Absolutely.
There are many different models of
Damn,
relationships.
Jess, she a shark.
How would you recommend trying?
Guys, shark question. Yep.
How would you recommend as a person trying to distinguish between whether you're in lust or love?
Do you know, to some degree, I would say it doesn't matter. It's whether you're having a good time.
You here for a good time.
Again, this is a false pop culture narrative that we are,
Damn, Josh, she really not fucking
love is the
around.
only thing that matters. Actually, as long as you're having a good time, what the hell? Yeah.
Are you looking for anybody? Like are you taking applicants like for your roster? Like like any YNs messing up, not doing their thing?
No, I'm not. And again,
Okay.
it's because I'm never looking.
Yeah.
But also, guys, I want to share the background here because you may find this useful.
Yeah.
So, as women especially, from the moment we are born, we are told that everything about our life has to be a search for the one. Okay? Fairy tales tell us that, Disney tells us that. So as you grow up, every party, social event you go to, in your teens, in your 20s, will he be there? And I speak as a straight woman, right? But obviously so precious. And so what that means is, first of all, you spend hours glamming up. Worry about your makeup, worry about your outfits, what a waste of time. Then you go to the party, and because you're going, will he be there? That is a dynamic that makes you compete with other women. A dynamic I deplore. Okay?
She's talking that shit, though.
Then night, you schlep home going, oh, he wasn't there tonight, maybe next time. Anyway, sometime in my early 30s, because I was
Eddie Gruz.
I got an old-fashioned father, a Chinese mother, grew up in Asia, where the pressure is to get married, have kids. So, sometime in my early 30s, I went, I'm not looking for the one anymore. Oh my God, what a relief. I'm just going to social events and enjoy myself. And so I'm never looking. And honestly, life is much happier as a result.
Wow. Yeah, my chat. They said, what's your thoughts on the incel culture?
Honestly, I think it's a huge shame, and Make Love Not Porn is also something I'd like to help incel.
Sure, we got lunch after this.
Because of my point about everybody is attractive and desirable and lovable, and too many people shut themselves away from all of that because they get into downward spirals of self-loathing, and they don't need to at all. And so, as I said, I've struggled to raise funding for Make Love Not Porn. It's very difficult to build. But I want to scale it so it can help everybody through the power, as I said, of love, intimacy, and human connection, and seeing how that is available to all of us.
Yeah, niggas are fucking stupid, bro. What's incels,
Guys, another question, Shush.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is why, when I applied to be a professor at Streamer University, and honestly, guys, I was gobsmacked when I picked me. Okay, I never thought I'd make it here. But yeah, I said I want to teach a class on how to make love not porn. I think it will be enormously beneficial, and because also, and here's a very important. Here's a very important point. Because we are so messed up about sex, we've defaulted it to an act, to a thing we do. It's not. It's personality. Who we are sexually informs everything about how we feel about ourselves, our relationships, other people, our lives, our happiness. And so with Make Love Not Porn, we are socializing sex. We want to bring comfort with yourself as a sexual being to everybody. Because actually, that sexual energy then powers everything else about your life and your business. So it's much more holistic than simply to do with what we do in bed. Does that make sense?
Yes, a lot.
We've got 2 more minutes before we have to wrap this up. Any final questions, anybody? Yes?
We have your class again tomorrow, right? I just asking, at any point are we gonna be like doing like examples, like examples, you know what I'm saying? Because you said make love, not porn. Like I'm just like, wondering, I'm more of like a visual learner. I was just asking if we're like...
Great question. I would love to talk more about, you will see things on Make Love Not Porn you won't see anywhere else. And this is my first class, and I'm taking guidance from it on how to kind of restructure the class to make sure that I talk about the things you want to hear about. So that's a great point, and I'll bear that in mind for my class.
Yes, please, like, yeah.
Right. Okay, so guys, it's been wonderful. I want to be very
He's trying to be a volunteer, that's why.
I was trying to go up there with you, bro.
Oh, with me? I thought you meant with her.
No, not with you. Hell no,
okay.
with you. Come on, man.
And do what?
Just whatever she wants us to do.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? Like, just part of the class. You feel me? Like,
love, not porn.
Yeah, love, not porn.
Not porn.
Love.
Okay, cool.
Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell no? Just. Hell no, chat. We ain't on no porn. What the hell?
No porn.
Nah, hell no. Love and affection. You know what I'm saying?
Like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't, come on, Kim, like, be for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, y'all, I love that for me.
But where you sitting at lunch? I'm gonna come sit with you.
You got to, because you gotta protect me.
Yeah, come on. Yes, I gotta protect you.